welfare-driven livestock management as a strategy for enhancing economic returns in nomadic pastoralism. Dr. Ankaj is working as assistant professor in LPM, CCKHPV Palampur. So, Dr. Ankaj recently visited London to deliver his lecture on this nomadic pastoralism, on which the area which he loves to work, and we are fortunate to learn about pastoralism from him today. So right now I request Madam Subhasri Das to give a brief introduction of Dr. Ankaj Thakur. Please, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Just a minute, madam. Just a minute. Dr. Ankaj, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine.
I'm here. Yeah.
Madam, please.
Thank you, Dr. Parag, sir. Good afternoon, all. I welcome you all to this last session of our 21 days training program. And today's speaker, we have Dr. Ankaj Thakur, sir. He's Assistant Professor, Department of Livestock Production Management, CSK, Himachal Pradesh, Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Palampur. His expertise lies in livestock welfare, behavior, and pastoral systems with a special.
Madam, unmute yourself. Unmute.
Okay, sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right now, please.
Okay. Okay, sir. So, Dr. Ankaj Thakur he's the Assistant Professor in Department of Livestock Production Management, CSK, Himachal Pradesh, Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Palampur. His expertise lies in livestock welfare, behavior, and pastoral systems with a special focus on migratory and transhuman livestock of Himalayan region. He holds a PhD from ICR NDRI, Karnal, and MBSc from Gadwasu, and a PG Diploma in Animal Welfare from IGNOU. He has authored 25 research papers, 80 extension publications, 8 book chapters, and attended over 12 conferences. His work includes developing welfare assessment protocol for migratory goats, contributing to the recognition of the Gaddi dog breed. Currently engaged in 6 research projects and 2 extension initiatives. So his focus spans welfare, resilience, disaster preparedness, and farmer livelihood improvement. So in 2025, he received the UFAW International Travel Grant and CAF grant, travel grant to present his research at the ISAE Congress, Utrecht, Netherlands. He is a Central Executive Committee member of the Animal Nutrition Society of India and a member of several, and he is also a proud member of several professional bodies. He also serves as co-secretary of the Veterinary and Emergency Response Unit in the North Zone. With his combined expertise in teaching, research, extension, Dr. Thakur continues to advance sustainable livestock production and welfare in pastoral and smallholder systems of Himalaya region. So I now request Dr. Ankaj Thakur, sir, to deliver his lecture on welfare-driven livestock management as strategy for enhancing economic return in nomadic pastoralism. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, and Dr. Parag for an elaboratory introduction. So good afternoon, all. Today I will talk about welfare-driven livestock management as a strategy for enhancing economic returns in nomadic pastoralism. So as you are all aware that nomadic pastoralism is the world's most resilient food system in which the livestock keep moving from, it may be horizontal and it may be vertical, in which animals just move from one place to another place in the search of the resources. So it is in this system, there is high ecological adaptability of the livestock, and also it is culturally heritage. But there are modern challenges to it: climatic variability, resource access, and marginalization in national policy frameworks. So it's also for your information that India is conducting first ever pastoral livestock census as a part of its 21st census, and it is launched in 2024. So it's first time it's part of the livestock census, in which the government is doing the how much population we have of pastoralism livestock. So in global context, we have around 200 to 500 million pastoralists, and in India, it's about 13 to 20 million pastoralists, which is 1% of population. In African countries, pastoralism contribute almost 80% of GDPs in some countries. and it is 10% more productive than commercial ranching also. And environmental value, as you all know, that it is carbon sequestration, and it is also carbon neutral to positive. Importance of livestock obvious. It's food security, economic contribution to the marginal areas, especially like semi-arid and arid areas. It has cultural heritage, ecological role, resilience and adaptability, and alignment to global goals, which are sustainable development goals like zero hunger, responsible consumption, and life of land. So it holds very much importance worldwide. So what are the challenges faced by nomadic pastoralists these days? As you all know, that there is climatic vulnerability, mobility barriers are there, animal health risk, socio-economical insecurity, market exclusion because there is poor infrastructure and unfair pricing due to the middleman. Education service gap is there because most of the pastoralism is practiced by the uneducated farmers that though has very low level of education. And then last one is policy marginalization because they are mostly overlooked in the government policy frameworks. So nomadic pastoralism system and economics, it is run on the basis of dual economy in which they have to do the subsistence for they have milk, meat and hides for the household use, and they also market these produce to earn some economics from them. So despite low external input, they are resilient and also vulnerable to different challenges that we have discussed in previous slides. So income is almost seasonal and access to market and veterinary care is limited. So there is a concept of welfare-driven livestock management. So it includes adequate nutrition and hydration. It includes veterinary access, ethical animal handling, and leveraging indigenous knowledge. So it also aligns with One Health framework, which in linking animal, human, and environment health and sustainable development goals. So what is scientific consensus or welfare and productivity? There have been many researches on the welfare that it improves the fertility, immunity, and weight gain of the livestock. Also, how you handle the livestock also boosts the productivity. So its welfare-driven management is a win-win. It upholds ethical standards while strengthening pastoral livelihoods. So what are the pillar of animal welfare in nomadic systems? We can divide the pillars, which are the main basis to improve the welfare in the pastoralism, like shelter and protection, clean water supply, balanced nutrition, mobility infrastructure, reproductive support, low stress handling, and preventive healthcare. So in enhanced nutrition and grazing management, biodiversity enhanced grazing, if you provide animal with more biodiversity species, it will enhance the production of the livestock. Like in Yoshihara demonstrated that there is 70% increase in the mineral intake from diverse pastures compared to monoculture. Rotational precision, GPS guided grazing schedules, optimize nutrition intake, species mapping we can do, and targeted supplementation in real time can help in removing the deficiencies in the livestock and enhance their production. Rotational and static grazing can also prevent various mineral deficiencies and also improve the wool and hair quality and also the meat quantity. So empirical studies have superior macro profiles, those perform the rotational grazing. In supplementary feeding, there is feeding one research that documented that feeding goats with dried acacia pods and grass hay increased the milk production by 6 to 45%. Providing fodder during drought prevent weight loss. So we have to do climate smart feeding strategies because most of the pastoralists do not supplementary feed their animal. So we have to government have to take initiative so that they can supplementary the feed during the periods in which there is a drought kind of situation so that livestock don't suffer. So there can be also targeted feeding strategies which can enhance resilience. Mobile fodder station we can establish which can provide mineral blocks, protein blocks, and high nutrient feed. In India, for nomadic pastoral government is also providing in some areas salt licks and fodder depots. So community pasture management should be promoted uh, because it will help in promoting the rotational land use, reseeding, and water point protection, building long-term sustainability of rangelands and improve livestock nutrition. So this is about nutrition, previous slides in which we talked. Now we'll focus toward health, what we can do in the health to improve the welfare of the pastoralist livestock. So we can establish mobile and constructualized veterinary services in which there can be mobile veterinary units and paravets can help in filling this gap. In East Africa, there's a motorbike mounted health workers which follow the migratory groups, and they regularly do vaccination. There can be drone delivered medication which can help in reaching the far-flung areas. Telemedicine platforms can help in getting the suggestion that the specialist needed at the some point through satellite connectivity. Preventive care as a norm. So we should also focus on preventive strategies like deworming, take control of vaccination, because it can give high return over investment. Like in a case of Deccan sheep herders, they adopt the health packages, and this help in increasing their 30% of income in one season, which is due to obvious their lamb mortality decreases and their production increases. Interconnectedness is also very much important. Then livestock welfare impact, because as the welfare improve, family nutrition also improve, and also the zoonotic risk disease also very much less. So we can also do the integrated services like veterinary and public health outreach if combined, daily vaccinations, nutrition advice, and medical care together. We can also focus on disease monitoring, in which we can do joint surveillance of various diseases, and safe milk handling practices provide for protect both people and herds. So what will this do? This will build trust and reduce disease shocks and strengthen food security and stabilize pastoral incomes. We can also focus on digital health records in block, which should be blockchain based. We will discuss this on later slides. So this is an example of southern Sudan, in which during civil war, they just they do with the workers, community and animal health workers do the rinderpest vaccination. So this grassroots veterinary network achieved high coverage of cattle and eliminated rinderpest in pockets in remote area. So with community health workers and with community work, we can also eliminate various diseases that these specialists are having. Now we'll discuss, we have covered nutrition, we have covered health, and now we'll focus on breeding. So in breeding, selective breeding nomadic system is already they are practicing. They are selecting already best male to female. They are doing selective breeding. So herder select animal by on the basis of resilience. Resilient trait must be valued like heat tolerance, disease resistance, and long distance mobility, because like in Himachal, the herd travel almost 500 to 600 kilometer a year. So there is a long-term migration. So we should only select the traits which have higher resistant to the long transportation. Ecological breed selection, like local adaptation should be there, reliable productivity. Then selective breeding for market rates. This should be market focused. Sustainable practice should be there. Required record keeping and lineage tracking. Community innovation. Informal system help identify family line with best yield and drought survival for selective breeding. So this is an example in case of Mongolia. They selectively mate finer Kashmir, and it increases the fiber quality, and it also raises prices by 20% per kg within a few years. So selective breeding can also help in increasing the production and also the economics if we follow it in correct way. So maintaining genetic diversity is also very much important, because nomadic have already advantage, because natural mixing of herd on pasture and watering points promote gene flow and adaptability. Here in Himachal, like the livestock, they are keeping the sheep and goat together. So there is an advantage to genetic diversity is there with them. Crossbreeding strategy, disease-resistant breeds can be introduced in coming years, which can improve the growth and parasitic tolerance. Crossbreeding must be carefully managed to retain desired traits and prevent loss of genetic diversity. Then we will discuss about reproductive health. Welfare-based breeding should involve good nutrition to pregnant females, like we give follow the flushing. Avoid early breeding and ensure vet help to difficult births like dystocia. So it required the supervision. Training herders in issue detection, lambing season spacing, and flock breeding management. It also improved the reproductive success. This is example like in Iran's nomadic herders, simple training increased the lamb rates, reduced mortality, and raised herd offtake. In institutional support, we can establish nucleus herd. Like in our college, we have the nucleus herd of Gaddi goats, in which we distribute bucks to the farmers, so that there is selective breeding should be there. and we can give the better bucks to the farmers. So it also help in reducing the inbreeding among the flocks. So this is also one example of Afghanistan Noor Improvement Program, in which Kuchin work with the breeders to enhance the Kashmiri goat yield while retaining hardiness through selective breeding. So now we will discuss our market integration challenges. Climate change is there, so there is different droughts, floods, and it also triggers the market prices. These swings can create unreliable incomes to the pastoralist. Policy and financial exclusion is already there because nobody consults the pastoralists that what kind of policy and what are their problems. So this should be included in the policy framework of the government. Market information symmetry, because they lack real-time price demand data. Middlemen often exploit this gap. Like I want to cite one example. Like in Punjab, you can say that Chivon production is around rupees 600 to 700 rupees per kg. So if you want to purchase a 1 kg of Chivon, you have to give like rupees 600 to 700 kg. But here, the pastoralist, if you want to middlemen traders, are just fetching that chivon around 400 to 450 rupees per kg, or maximum to 500 kg. So there is a they are getting less 20% of the premium price that other states livestock are getting. Then declining demand of pastoralist products because they are competition with the intensive products, obvious. And inadequate infrastructure, like there is absence of abattoirs, milk cooling, and fiber processing limits value addition, and raw products sold cheaply. That's the middlemen I talked about, that they take advantage of this. Now, infrastructure and welfare solution for market access. What we can do that common facility centers can be made. That these are the service hubs on the migratory routes we can make that will offer veterinary care, feed, rest stops, and market links. These will reduce risk during migration and improve market conductivity. So, establishing these common facility center during migration will always help in improving the welfare and productivity of the specialist livestock. Then there can be infrastructure development in which scheduled livestock trucks can be hired, which can help in meeting the assess formal markets, reducing on the food tracks. We can like hire the trucks which can move the livestock from one area to another in the brought condition or as per required by the pastoralist. We can have cold chain facilities which can preserve camel or goat milk for aggregation and sale. Fair pricing mechanism in these cooperatives and mobile market information system can boost this bargaining power, and member can earn 15% or 20% more, like in Ethiopia they are earning. In quality improvement certification, like we can I have worked on pastoralist, and most of the practices that are practiced by these transment pastoralism people almost are comparative to organic. So we can have separate guidelines for transcendent products on the same lines as we have organic products, so that the farmers can get premium price for that. Market-oriented welfare programs, welfare-focused measures, reduce stress in markets and ensure a consistent supply and better prices. Now I will discuss 2 to 3 case studies in which they have done welfare intervention, and welfare intervention have directly improved their economics of the herd, and they have fetched more returns if they are not following the welfare practice previously. So in this, it is an example from Western Maharashtra in which Dangar transmit mushroom research is done, in which they are strategy what they have implemented. They are like seasonal deworming they have done and vaccination campaigns, and they have given salt licks and temporary water tanks along the migration route and community-based training program. So this all strategies, if implemented at that time, help in reduction of lamb mortality by 20 to 25%. Higher weight gain is seen in the livestock, and veterinary costs reduced by 30% through preventive measures, and household income increased about 30 to 35%. So now implementing these strategies, the farmer is getting higher economic benefit, which is depicted in this study. Now, next study is from Sahel region, which is African region comprising of 4 to 5 countries. In this, camel welfare and milk economy will see how it improved. Welfare strategy, what they implemented, they have installed mobile water station. They did supplementary feeding during the dry period. They improve veterinary support for the camels and they emphasize on calf care. So these all practices improve the milk yield about 40% during the drought. So community reported calf mortality dropping from high of 50% in the hardship to the well 30% it dropped down. So you can see that by following these four welfare strategy, it help in reducing the mortality and also helping in increasing production in the livestock. This is a study from Kenya in which welfare-fed goats were given and their milk increased. In what welfare strategy they have implemented, they have introduced a mobile feeding station. They have used drought-resistant forage such as napier grass and acacia pods. They have done preventive health management and ensure year-round water access. So these all welfare strategies help in increasing the goat milk production by 45%. And also surplus milk sold in open market led to 35% rise in the household income, improve the nutrition of their household, and especially the women headed by women. And social impact obvious that having an income gave women more economic empowerment. And now this is the study from Mongolia in which portable shelter they have introduced and providing nutrition for the wool production. What strategies they have implemented? They have used portable winter shelters. They did supplementary feeding for using stored fodder and nutrition added. Application of simple fleece management. They have introduced shearing machines which are solar powered. So by including these welfare strategy, they have increased the wool and Kashmir yield by 22%, improved fiber quality, leading 20% increase in price per kilogram, and decrease in animal mortality. So what other scientific evidence we have that support welfare-based livestock management? Indian Deccan sheep preventive care, in which with 30% increase in household income, which only follow the preventive care. In Australia, the welfare focused specialty program in remote Aboriginal communities improved livelihood and health outcomes. In China also, we can see rotational grazing alone with and mobile welfare innovations resulted in 28% increase in herder income. In Nigeria, we can see that up to 35% value loss that has been done previously is improved by improving the welfare practices. Now, what community-centered welfare strategies and innovation we can do to improve the welfare of the livestock of the pastoralism? In this, we can make community animal health workers, training pastoralists, youth and paravets enable vaccination, first aid and husbandry advice within the communities. There is an example like among the hunger shepherds in India, local youth become para-veterinary equipped with medicine. So it will help in doing the preventive health practices even in the far-flung areas, which is the most use of this. In specialist feed schools, we can make and knowledge exchange in with harder experiment and share innovations, adapting farmer field school models. In the Sahel, there is example like feed school taught haymaking and corral building, boosting dry season survival and train new local leaders. So we can have such school pan India so that they can also exchange some knowledge and we can also teach them about what intervention they can do when there is a drought condition here. In technological aids, we can solar innovations, solar refrigerators for vaccine preservation so that they don't their quality don't degrade. There can be digital tools, drone, satellite, and SMS alerts, so they can be guided and they can take grazing decisions. GPS tracking can be there so that callers on the lead animals monitor migration and detect stress or unusual stops. So this can enable faster response to welfare risks. Now, welfare technology integration model in which IoT, Internet of Technology, can help, like real animal tracking, that we can help and we can help, like we can use these on, like we have 100 animals, it can be used on smaller portion of animals and it can help in tracking their heart rate, body temperature, GPS location. Behavior analysis can be done, which should be AI based, which can we do by grazing pattern analysis. Predictive health on the machine learning, which can forecast disease risk for early interventions. Environmental sensors we can also explore and it can monitor rangeland condition, forest quality, and water availability. Blockchain traceability, it's very much important, and this is a new technology that can be used by the specialist, in which there is a most important is product traceability because people want to know from where their product is coming. So by using the blockchain, we can enhance the traceability of the products, and we can satisfy our consumer that the product they are eating is coming from the Kashmir, and they are not using any feed additives, and they are not using antibiotics. Uses it very less, and they can be aware so that they can be aware. Smart contracts. These are smart contracts, automatic digital payments. Though marketing can be ensured, and they can also get the fair pricing. Quality certification should be there. Blockchain enabled digital verification of animal welfare, organic and ethical standards. Supply chain optimization, real-time tracking of inventory and logistics, improve efficiency and reduce losses. Then scientific validation framework, total welfare index is also very much important so that we can assess the welfare of the whole flock of the farmer. Principal aggregate indices, objective multidimensional welfare assessment protocols. Evidence-based nomadic system scoring 15% to 25% higher on behavioral and robustness indices compared to intensive systems. So they have already have an advantage of behavioral freedom because animal have higher behavioral freedom in transhuman pastoralism and nomadic pastoralism when we compare to intensive products. But people are not aware, and people are when we make the society aware that the welfare of the products that you are getting from transhuman pastoralism is higher, and they are willing to give higher prices, then we can help in improving the sustainability of pastoralism. So this is a I have shared my one of the paper in which it is a world first welfare assessment protocol for the migratory goats, because by adopting these kind of protocol we can justify that what is the welfare, and we can measure what kind of what welfare value we have for a flock, so that they can also the other farmers can also have motivation from the farmers that are following good management practices. So it also by benchmarking the different indicators, we can also help in improving the productivity of the flocks. So, this research was done on Gaddi goats in transmit pastoralism, in which the goat keep moving from high hills to mid hills. So, we have done welfare assessment over these flocks. Institutional innovation, we can have pastoralist councils, which can link the government with the herders. Like we have in Nigeria, they have different councils. We can have insurance and financial tools. These are index-based livestock insurance that pay out automatically when drought triggers are met. Then welfare interventions as economic stabilizer. What is the use of following these all welfare intervention? We can see there is reduced disease risk, there is reduced mortality, and the farmer basically will get more good quality product, and also they were having they fetch better prices. So welfare intervention, these may be nutrition, these may be reproduction, these may be health, these may be other management practices will directly reduce the vulnerability. This will lower mortality, prevent disease outbreaks, and improve productivity and marketability. So these practices transfer welfare from a cost into risk mitigation tool. So it's a triple benefit model in which the health is also improved and income is also increased, and also ecology is maintained. So biological diversity is also not harmed in this model. So animal welfare will lead to better health of the livestock, and this will give economic return to the farmer, and higher economic return will the farmer will all automatically follow the sustainable practices, because if we're getting premium, the farmer will automatically follow all the welfare practices and all the benchmark that will set through the scientific validation. So in conclusion, welfare-driven livestock management is an investment, boosting productivity, resilience, and sustainability. Case studies from India, Africa, and Central Asia prove that taking care of animals pays off. Nomadic herders are adapting to modern welfare practices alongside indigenous knowledge to improve herds and incomes. Integrating policy support ensured pastoralists remain key factor in food security and ecosystem stewardship. Thank you so much. I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Ankush. So right now I request if any participant has any query, please ask quickly.
Hello.
Okay, if sir, yes.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Good
Myself, Dr.
afternoon.
Sanapati, Principal, Agro Degree Center, OUT Chiklima.
Right,
Sir,
sir.
as you have said that nomadic pasturation, if it is vertical nomadic pasturation, then is there any difficulty in marketing strategy for product of the animals?
What can you please again ask the question? It's not clarified.
You have told that nomadic pasturation, it may be horizontal or vertical.
Yeah.
I am saying about the vertical one.
Yeah.
If there is anyone practicing that vertical pasturation, so is
Mhm.
there any marketing difficulties faced by that farmer regarding selling of milks or wool, etc., or animal
Yeah.
product?
Yeah, in our case, what happens is just that the physiology of the animal is automatically like that. They in the high hills they are in mid pregnancy. So when they come to low hills, they there is a kidding in or lambing in animals. So their offspring came around in the low hills. So in the low hills, the middle trader obviously exploit this the prices, and they pick their offspring at a lower prices, like 3 months offspring, and then they sell at higher prices to the consumers. So they are obviously are exploiting this, but we need to frame some mechanism so that we can give the fair pricing to the nomads, because middlemen are obvious exploiting this uh, because they have wide coverage of uh, uh, practicing this nomads specialism.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for your question. Is there any question left? Okay, then if no question is there, so I must thank Dr. Pankaj Thakur today for his excellent lecture. Sir, particularly your speech on nomadic pastoralism was very insightful, highlighting the unique lifestyle and resilience of pastoral communities. The way you connected their traditional practices with present day challenges made it both engaging and thought provoking. Thank you very much, sir. You
Thank you,
kept
Doctor, for giving
our
me this opportunity to present
Thank you,
this
Dr. Sir. Thank you.
important presentation.
I know
Thank
you were very busy. Recently, you came from Netherlands, but
Yeah.
within one or 2 days time, you would prepare a lecture and delivered. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving the lecture.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much.
So, dear participants, today with this we finished all our lectures. In the afternoon, 3:30, you will join. I request all of you to join the valedictory ceremony. Honorable Vice Chancellor will grace the occasion. I request Dr. B.S. Naik sir to say something about the valedictory section and request the participant to join the function. Please, sir.
As Dr. Parag, our course director, has informed you that today we are having the validity session at 3:30 p.m., which will be attended by dignitaries like our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dean of Research, Dean Veterinary Science, and two of our resource persons, and two participants also will be speaking in that occasion. And so I request you all, please join for 3:30. 3:25 like that. Separate link will be shared to you. And I must thank all of you who have joined this training course, successfully participated in this training program. And as I have observed, it has been a meaningful one, and all the topics have been articulated very sincerely, and it was very much essential for this integrated farming system, the components, and the speakers or the resource persons were experts in their own field. Once again, thank you all for successfully completing, attending all the sessions for its successful completion. And once again, I request you all kindly join in the validity session. Thank you all.
All participants try to join at 3:25. So we'll start at 3:30. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
ఫోన్ చేస్తుంది. తినేసి క్లాస్ వెళ్ళిపో. నువ్వు వచ్చేసి చిన్న చేసుకెళ్ళి అయిందట రైస్ అయిందట. సరే అట్లా మీ ఇష్టం.